The Roaring Twenties was a time of fun and entertainment for all athletes and families all around the world. Here are a few of the most popular sports.
Football, too, was hugely popular in America in the 1920s. Even though football players were not as well known as baseball players, Harold Red Grange showed a brief flash of sporting brilliance that would grab America's attention. Grange was a running back for the University of Illinois, whose nickname was the Galloping Ghost, for having speed and so much power. In 1924, he cemented his reputation with 4 consecutive touchdowns for a total of 263 yards in the first 12 minutes of the game against Michigan, a strong and powerful team. After college, he became a professional football player. He was the first athlete to make the cover of Time magazine. Being supported by millions of fans, he became a millionaire in 3 years and started a good career for himself.
Baseball became so popular that it soon became known as America's pastime game. Crowds of fans would go in to support their teams. New York Yankees' Babe Ruth was an American hero. Even though he didn't look like one, Ruth was originally a pitcher for the Boston Red Sox, but was placed in the outfield after his contract was sold to the Yankees. Ruth began hitting home runs at an incredible rate. In 1920, he hit 54 home runs, twice the major league record for one season. There were other baseball players in America, but they were not as known well as Babe Ruth was.
Boxing was once outlawed in America, but then came to become respectably and hugely popular during the 1920s. Two specific matches took America to a climax: the Jack Dempsey against Jen Tuning fight in Philadelphia in the 1926, and the rematch in Chicago in 1927. It costed more than $2 million. More than 145,000 people saw the rematch in Chicago in 1927. Tunney almost lost by a knockout in the 7th round. The referee took a long time to count for the 10 seconds, which became known as the long count. Tunney struggled getting up on the 9th count. Finally, the match was over, and Tunney won from the previous points he gained. Even the stars of so-called minor sports capture America's attention. In the 1926 Olympic Games, gold medalist Gertrude Ellerly was the first woman to swim across the English Channel. Her extraordinary time was 14 hours, 31 minutes, almost 2 hours faster than the men's record. She says, "To me, the sea is like a person, like a child that I've known a long time. It sounds crazy, I know, but when I swim in the sea, I talk to it. I never feel alone when I'm out there."
The 1920s was called various different names such as the Jazz Age, the Age of Intolerance, and the Age of Nonsense, but the best was the Roaring Twenties. These sports impacted the U.S. in many ways, entertaining people as a new way of passing the time and bringing people together.